you can't celebrate around these people. You can't reflect and share your victories around these people because their lack is going to perceive that as bragging, right? Or your light and your enthusiasm, your faith and trust, the way things magically, miraculously work out for you because you cultivate yourself and your frequency to be that way, they don't understand, right? So then it brings up their lack even more. You could have so much love to give, be a generous, friendly, optimistic person, but if you're surrounded by people with lack, they can't even perceive it properly because they are in their lack. They are still in their fucking separation, right? So then this breeds resentment and jealousy, envy, a covet kind of energy. These people don't yet know what you know. You can try to demonstrate it to them. You can share your process with them, right? But until they have found themselves and they have found their mission and their alignment with Source, they will drag you down and you will be forced to dim yourself to avoid the resentment, to avoid the projections, to avoid the envy and all of these really just shadow ego emotions from those who are not yet in the same place that you were in. I say all of this without any judgment. This is observation. This is my own experience in my own life. I had to cut out all the toxic and negative people who were in their lack. It didn't matter how much I loved them. They are no longer allowed in the inner circle. They are now on an external perimeter orbit with me in a constellation where they're still in my life, but it is not where I can share with them. I can't share my goals, my visions, my dreams, my victories, all of the magic, the synchronicities, how I commune with the universe, the feedback, the messages that I get with these people because they are still in their lack. We have compassion for them, we honor, we see where they are, but at this point we are not allowed to dim. We are not allowed to dim anymore. Because what are we doing? We're shrinking so they can feel better? No, it's their job to do the work to feel better, just like we did, right? So for instance, a couple months ago, I had to leave what turned into a toxic karmic twin flame connection because instead of him being elated at my showing him new earth and the potentials, the magic of synchronicity and manifestation and being a conscious creator, what did it do? It brought up all of his insecurity. The light emanating off of me brought out his demons, made him feel bad about himself. There was constant comparison. He didn't feel like he was enough. So that's what I'm trying to say is, these dynamics bring out lack. Or let's say you have a girlfriend, one of my dear girlfriends. I love her so much. She's such an amazing being and soul, and she is worthy of the world, right? But she has a negative outlook. She has been beat up by life. So even me trying to encourage her and be kind and just share love and, like I said, positivity, that triggers her, right? Me doing something kind for her triggers her because it brings up her lack where she doesn't feel like she can do that herself. So this is just a really important reflection point for all of us to start to realize, you know what? I cannot dim for anyone. It is not my responsibility to do so. And that's why I say, look, when you start to get really into the high frequency realm living of the new paradigm, of the new earth energetics, you're going to get isolated. You're going to get lonely in your physical world because strategically you are a nodal point. You are a nodal point on the axis to anchor as a pillar of light, to anchor these higher consciousness frequencies into where you live. Enter my gratitude, sincerest, heartfelt fucking gratitude for the internet, because now we can connect remotely, right? Thank God we have a digital hearth fire through social media right now, where we can find each other, where we can honor each other and what we're going through. And I'm sorry for all the jumbling here, but my fucking camera mount on my car dashboard just does not want to cooperate with me. It's really driving me insane. It's really pissing me off because the phone is like too heavy or whatever. So now I have to hold it so that the camera doesn't fall down. But anyways, I just want to say, when you feel isolated and alone in your personal sphere, it's normal. It's okay. It's part of the process. You start to pull back your energy from all of these people because you realize it's a drain. They can't meet you there. There's nothing wrong with that. It is neutral. It is energy. It is not personal. It's a frequency differential, right? So that's why I'm so grateful to be here with you all and to connect with you all. And I've been 8 years in the higher New Earth realm frequencies working with this energy now. So the isolation is not new to me. I actually prefer it over the drama of dealing with people and their lack and their projection, because it takes so much energy. I don't personally believe in living in a fucking force field anymore, living in, you know, trying to shield myself. I don't want to live like that. So I don't, right? I have very minimal public interaction because of this. And if anything, I just hope this brings you some solace that it's normal. And grieve it, you know, honor where everyone is on their path. The highest form of respect and integrity is to honor every soul's journey with where they are. But it's time for you to come first. It's time for you to not shrink. And whatever you need to do, whatever adjustments you need to do in your social circle or limit access, whatever you need to do it. Because it is your time to shine more brightly than ever before. We do not have the luxury of wasting our precious energy and our light, which takes a lot to cultivate, by the way, on dealing with people who aren't there yet. Our light has to be focused like a laser into coherence, to go into our service work and to go into connection with the global tribe who are already on the grid, right? So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry about the wobbles with the camera. I'll see you soon.